All right, boys and girls, welcome. I'm excited to kind of talk you guys through my week this week. Last week was a big one. I set a bunch of big goals, and I'm still pumped to be doing this for accountability with you guys. I say it's public, but also it's just me going back and checking what I was talking about last week and what I'm looking to do this week and the projects that I'm working on. And so, yeah, excited to be doing that with you. So we'll get going in just a second. What's up, guys? Hope y'all are doing well. Hope the holiday season is treating you well. Don't just sit back and eat all the cookies. You got to do some work too, right? So it's a great time while things are slower with other businesses and some people aren't getting things done. They're stuffing their face with cheese straws and other delicious goodies. You can do that and enjoy people and seeing friends and enjoy festivities, but also think about the next year and like what's going on. So that's kind of like what I'm doing at this time, at this stage of the year. And I'm doing these calls literally for accountability for myself. And if you guys want that accountability too, join in on the journey. Feel free. So I'm doing it like publicly because it helps me. But if it can help you, then by all means, let it help you too. You can put your comments in the put your goals in the comments if you'd like, and then if that can help spur you for motivation, and I will reply. I'll try to help keep you accountable to those things if that helps you. Whatever helps you move your projects forward, I think it's super important. But first, you got to get high. Oh my gosh, that little video just excites me so much. It makes me happy. The music, the people in it, what they're doing, super cool, right? So let me pop this on here because this is the video that I actually recorded last week. It feels like it was a lifetime ago. I'm not necessarily going to hit play and watch the video, but something that started last week as I'm moving through this process of creating these weekly vids is now it's less about me getting on here and hooping and hollering. My wife actually laughed and said, "Hey, so you're calling this thing Get Hype Mondays, but you're not so hype. You're not so hype, man." So now I just titled this last one Weekly Goal Setting, Moving My Business Forward, and I title what it's about, because like my intention isn't just to get like just rah, although I think that's important on Monday, like get excited, get pumped up for your week. But I'm using this as like a public accountability process, right? So last week, there's pretty big stuff. We physically made the decision to move a business, and that happened. Even bigger project than that was launching an ad campaign using Facebook for my wife's brand, mandyconkle.com. So the reason why that was so complicated is because it wasn't just turning on ads. It was a multi-layer process. It was creating a blog post that suggested multiple different items that ladies could buy for friends. But it wasn't just that, because these are affiliate programs where we'll get paid a commission if someone purchases them. So we had to find the affiliate programs to sign up for. So that was crazy. And so I did all that in about in a week, right? So we looked at like 30 to 40 programs. We applied for a number of them. We got them going. So I got approval from a number of them, and okay, great. Then I had the data that I'd write the article for. Then I had to have the item from each company that I wanted to promote. So I had to find that, find the image, find description, get the proper links. Cool. So I have this article written. Now the next step was, okay, also at the same time had to create a Facebook ad campaign. If you've ever used the Business Manager, it can be a little confusing. It's pretty deep and but it's important to get reps in and kind of learn how to use it and utilize it. So I hit play on ads, and so far they did not go so well. But we did get one email lead so far, but the cost per lead is way too expensive. So I'm not going to share. There's probably some confidential information on that, so I'm not going to log in and show you guys that. But I have to look at that this week. And when I say this week, I mean like today, because we're in the holiday season. That was part of the reason for me turning this campaign on and having this idea, is because it's the holiday season. I wanted to crank up, because I know that Q4 and the holiday season, people are just, swiping credit cards and spending like crazy. And so I wanted to we want to be a part of that, we want people to buy cool gifts, but if they're going to buy gifts, like, heck, buy them through us, right? Like buy them through what we're showing you. So that was last week, and that was huge. The next thing that was big was finalizing a product for brooksconkle.com. So I won't go into depth, just in case if you watched last week's video, but like I did a lot of what I'm gonna call brainstorming, soul searching, mind mapping. And actually I have this. Let me take this off the screen. I'll show you. I have this that I kind of brainstormed the other morning. Look at this. This is a route basically that currently people are coming to my website. They're signing up for an email opt-in of how to ideas on making extra money. Now, here's the thing. I knew when I created that it was not the best process. I knew that I could do better. I knew that I would be improving it, but I decided to start collecting emails anyway. And why? Well, because I have close to 400 emails now. The other day I got like 11 in one day, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is starting to work. So I have all these, I have people that are subscribing to my newsletter. I call it a newsletter. I have a campaign that's about 20 to 30 emails long currently that kind of drips out to them and sends them back to my website, back to posts, back to whatnot. This is all without me having a product to sell myself yet. And that's what I'm doing the big launch with. What I'm doing there is now I want to show people, and I'm going to show you next kind of another big thing that just happened this past week. But now what I'm doing is I want to show bloggers that are maybe they're struggling. They set up a blog and they never made any money whatsoever. I want to show them, and I want to create a product around going from $0 to $1,000 per month on their blog. Like that's my next rendition. And that's what I was doing the brainstorming on this notebook about, because what I was doing was laying out what that can look like in an email funnel and getting them to sign up and give them something of value. I'm thinking that's going to be like a PDF or possibly a video series where I can show them some of the steps and some of the big picture items that I've gone through to go from $0 to $1,000 a month. And this is fresh for me. I just crossed this a couple of months ago, so it's brand new. So it's like I'm someone that's just done it. I didn't do it 5 years ago, and now I'm perfecting some online marketing funnel. I'm like actively engaged in this stuff, and I'm trying to. My next goal is 5,000 a month on that website, because that for me kind of generates a little bit of additional flexibility of what I'm looking for to invest in, like really major, like some next level stuff in my brand. But this is what I'm brainstorming right now, is the process. I'm brainstorming what that looks like, what route I want them to go through, what I want to deliver, and then what's a paid product that I can invest a ton of my time in creating, but that there's value there. And then what is that going to look like? What is that price point? So what does this whole customer journey look like as I share what I've learned with folks, and how can I help them? But also build my business at the same time. And so excited to be going through all of that, but it's a lot of work, right? It's a lot to figure out. It's a lot for me to focus on. But let me show you this. So another big thing this past week that just happened, I'm going to be making some videos about this specifically, is I moved my website from the Ezoic ad network. And this is actually like the exact video. I'll do it a little bit more polished at a later point. But I moved my website from the Ezoic ad network, which it looks like I literally turned on like, let's see, when is this report? June. Let me keep going back because I feel like June was about, okay, looks like May 21st was maybe the day when all that started. So like that's my first day on their website. So the highest, this is pretty cool, but I made $77 in one day back on September 19th. So that was the highest. So I just moved to a network called Mediavine, and Mediavine, you have to have at least 50,000 sessions in a month in order to even qualify to move your website to these guys. So like you have to have a site with a decent amount of traffic and some quality content. They have to like kind of what it is. So this amount per 1,000 sessions is super high. So look at this. This is yesterday, $74.05. So what was that highest? 77. So $3 less than my highest day ever of earnings. And so I'm really excited to see where this goes. I'm gonna go back and I'll make a video like of the first week or the first month or whatever, just to see how this goes. Yes, it's Q4. Yes, advertisers are paying more right now to reach people. Yes, on all these things. I don't have any of the stats or any of the data for my website specifically to know if how that affects. I don't have last year's data because this is all so new for me. But I am clearly pumped to see how this goes, and I'm seeing the opportunity, and I'm relaying this opportunity onto our other brands as well. So I'm right in the midst of that. So pumped about that. But so further things for this week, and this is what I'll be making notes on in the description. So some things that I've got to do. So about my personal brand, for my personal business site, I've done a lot of research on Kajabi versus Podia versus Teachable and versus Thinkific. I actually have a course on Thinkific, but it was really just a test because they have a test layer that costs no money. Kajabi, it seems like an amazing product, really expensive, but if you're serious, then it's a serious platform to be putting yourself on. But I'm actually, Podia is really gaining my attention. I'm going to be making a video about this as well because I'm doing so much research. So I want people to kind of see what my thoughts are and why I'm going to end up choosing whatever I end up choosing. I think all four of these companies are amazing and they're doing some great things, but I think everyone just has to you have to make a call and take some action as well, right? So I'm going to be furthering that product development on my site. So hey, thanks for all those likes, Brad. I see those. That's cool. Keep them popping. So I'm going to be furthering that product. Also, I think I told you guys about a 100 item challenge that I might be doing in 2022. So I might be living with 100 items. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. It's more of like a cleansing, definitely not a business decision whatsoever. Just definitely a personal kind of journey, something that would just be fun to try to do. I think it would be cool. I might, document it in some way. I may not, but just kind of tell you how it's benefited me or whatever. The last thing that I want to bring up that I think's kind of neat is I've done a few long form YouTube interviews that were, they're like an hour long, and a lot of cool points and a lot of cool conversation pieces come out of those interviews. And so what I want to do is have those broken down into smaller bite-sized segments. So it could be a 2-minute video or a 5-minute video or whatever on single topics that are within those videos. And I've seen a few other brands do this, and I think it could be a neat road to go down, possibly, and a way to grow my channel, especially if it's on specific topics within the video that maybe people are searching for, trying to get some more information on. And so I've gotten a few samples. I sent a couple of jobs to one of my guys, Sachin. You did a great job, and then another video editor as well. So I'm just kind of looking at what they come up with based on the parameters that I sent them, and then I just want to see. I want to see how that goes. I want to see what we can get from that, and if I like what those products are, then I want to move forward with that. I want to make that a part of our consistent process on those interviews. Hey, when interview comes in, follow that same process, break down those videos, and then we're gonna have multiple pieces of content to upload. And I want to upload some of those also to TikTok as well, since I'm on TikTok. But YouTube Shorts, TikTok. So I have to change the settings of those videos, and it has to be a clip, obviously, right? 60 seconds or less to be interesting, engaging content. But I think that it would be really smart of me to take that content and repurpose it. So I've already, out of those interviews, I'm already creating a podcast out of that interview that people can listen to. So that's already a part of the process. And now I think if we can just take the videos and even further break those pieces of content down and add value to folks that are out there, I think that would be amazing. So I just exhausted myself kind of talking about this, but it's exciting. I mean, like I'm excited to be working on this stuff. I'm excited to be just rolling the ball forward, moving everything forward, and yeah, I'm excited to see where 2022 goes. I'm making some goals and things that I would like to do and things that I would like to hit. But yeah, so obviously you're welcome to share in comments if you would like. I'm happy to keep you accountable if you'd like. And obviously don't forget to get hype. All right, sweet. And you guys have an awesome rest of your week. We'll see you later.